Hello, I'm Atujama and you're watching Hornbill TV's Prime at 9 now. The Supreme Court on Tuesday said it would begin the arguments on September 13 in the matter relating to the constitutional validity of reservations of the economically weaker section in higher education and issues of public employment on the basis of financial conditions. A bench led by Chief Justice of India UU Lalit has also listed the matter for September 8 for directions to ensure that hearing in the matter is conducted smoothly. During the hearing, the court sought to know how many times will be taken by all parties. One of the advocates said that the total time requested from the petitioner's side is 17.5 hours. Attorney General said that it will take about 3 hours approximately. The National People's Party's National Vice President and Deputy Chief Minister President Tiangson has alleged that Bharatiya Janata Party is using the Enforcement Directorate and the Central Bureau of Investigation as its political tools. Meghalaya's Deputy Chief Minister President Tiangson reacted to the alleged statements of the state's PJP in charge Dr. Tuba Au that the Enforcement Directorate and Central Bureau of Investigation will go after the NPP-led MDA government for alleged corruption. Tiangson said that by saying such things, the PJP leader only proved that the allegations of the Aam Aadmi Party and Trinamool Congress are true. Tiangson said, it seems that the PJP has now proven very clearly, as alleged by the AAP or TMC, that they are using the ED or CBI as their political tools.
I will just fully endorse whatever our President Dr. Kharuki has already clearly stated in his statement yesterday. I fully endorse that. So I have nothing to say on that, since I think this allegation made this long time back. So I really don't know. That's what I'm telling you. I fully endorse whatever the statement made by your President State Unit NPP, Dr. Kharuki. So I also wanted to add here that it seems BJP now prove very clearly, as alleged by be it APP, be it TMC, they are using, it seems, ED or CBI as their political tool. So I also endorse very, very strongly the statement made by our State Unit President, Dr. Kharuki.
The Meghalaya legislature also termed as a political gimmick the alleged statement of the PJP Meghalaya in charge Dr. Au that within a month's time his party will take a final call to pull out of the MDA government. Speaking to reporters, Tiangson said this is a political gimmick created by the High Command of the PJP, or that perhaps it is only his own view. He also said that the NPP welcomes the PJP's decision to pull out the MDA government. Former India batter Suresh Raina announced his retirement from all formats of cricket on September 6. Earlier on August 15, 2020, Raina announced his retirement from international cricket. The cricketer took to his social media to announce his decision to retire. In an international career spanning 13 years, Raina represented India in 18 tests, 226 ODIs and 78 T20Is. He is also the first Indian to have scored hundreds in all three formats of cricket, and his centuries were scored outside India. time when India is all set to reform the entire education policy of the country through its National Education Policy 2020, a bizarre incident was witnessed in a government-run middle English school in the interior parts of Karimganj district of Assam, Chamala Nayagram ME Madrasa School. This school has not seen its official headmaster step in for the past 2 years. A proxy headmaster takes care of its functioning. Not only that, the headmaster and the president of the governing body of the school are running full-fledged private tuition classes in the school's premises. This is the HornbillTV ground report.
2020 চনৰ পৰা হেডমাষ্টাৰ দেখা নাই বুলি কোৱা নাই একচুয়ালি আপুনি সুধিছিলে যে তেওঁৰ যিটো প্ৰক্সি টিচাৰ সেইজনৰ কথাতে হৈ গৈছে মই হেডমাষ্টাৰ কথাটো কোৱা নাই হেডমাষ্টাৰটো মাজে মাজে আহে মাজে মাজে কিন্তু ফিজিক্যালি সিগনেচাৰ কেনেকৈ হ'ল এতিয়া সেইটো তেখেতে সুধিব লাগিব কাৰণ তেখেতৰ সিগনেচাৰটো ইমান মানে কিয় হ'ল না আপুনি তো কাৰ্যালয়ত থাকে আপুনি স্কুলৰ যে অফিস থাকে একচুয়ালি কাৰ্যালয়ত থাকো মই কিন্তু এতিয়া মানে কি কাৰ্যালয়ৰ মতে ৰেগুলাৰ কে তো মই ক্লাছৰুমত বহি নাথাকো কমিউনিটিত বহি নাথাকো মোৰ তো আহিবলে ক্লাছত যাও ক্লাছ কৰিব লাগে আমি মই ক্লাছ কৰো এতিয়া মই নাথাকা মানে এবসেন্সত যদি কোনোবাই এই কোনে সহি কৰিছে এইটো আৰু মই এই বিষয়ে জ্ঞাত নহয়
তেওঁ হেডমাষ্টাৰজন কিমান দিনৰ পৰা অহা নাই স্কুলত
একচুয়ালি যে একেবাৰে এবসেন্ট হেতু নহয় একেবাৰে এবসেন্ট নহয় মাজে মাজে মানে আহিয়ে আছে মাজে মাজে
তেওঁৰ পৰিৱৰ্তে কোনে চলাই
পৰিৱৰ্তে নচলা হেতু মই নাজানো প্ৰক্সি টিচাৰ নাই কি সেই বিষয়ে মই নাজানো তেওঁ প্ৰক্সি টিচাৰ হেডমাষ্টাৰৰ বদলি পঢ়ায় না কিহৰ বদলি পঢ়ায় সেই বিষয়ে মই নাজানো
On teachers say when a group of journalists arrived there, the proxy teacher named Akram Uddin, who dons the role of a headmaster, fled from the school without speaking a single word of his role out there. The official headmaster, Abdul Halim, is never seen in the school premises, but the attendance register of the teachers present shows the signature of his on a daily basis. Only an Assamese language teacher who joined the school in the year 2020 takes care of the school right now, but was tight-lipped about saying anything against the headmaster or the school management.
ইয়াৰ ভিতৰত আমাৰ কোৱাটো কি ইয়াৰ যিজন প্ৰেসিডেন্ট আছে যিজন মানুহ অলপমান বাহুবলী হয় হি তাৰ ইয়াত মানে এমি মাদ্ৰাসাত প্ৰেসিডেন্ট হি তার মাইকি এলপি স্কুলের প্রেসিডেন্ট এবং অঙ্গনবাদীত তার লড়ার মাইকিটো এতিয়া বাহুবলী থাকার কারণে তিনটা স্কুল ক্যাপচার করে যেটো করাপশন চলি আছে এটোর উপরত আজি ইয়ার যিমান মানুষ আছে সব অলপ সজাগ হয়েছে আপনালোক আহার কারণে সজাগ হয়েছে স্কুলের অভিযোগ আপনার এটা হাই স্কুল চলি আছে ইয়াত এটা কালেকশন চলি আছে পার স্টুডেন্টসত যেটো আপোনালোকে পাইছে ইয়াতকে বেছিও হ'ব পাৰে কমও হ'ব পাৰে কালেকশনটো আপোনাৰ পাটো আমাৰ খবৰ পোৱা মতে 1000 টকা লয় কোনবা 700 টকা স্টুডেন্টসৰ ওপৰত এটো কালেকশন এটা হয় শিক্ষাদান কৰাটো আপোনাৰ ইয়াত কোনো হাই স্কুল ষ্টাফ নাই ইয়াত এমি মাদ্ৰাসাৰ ষ্টাফ যিবোৰ আছে হেবোৰ মানুহ তাত নিজৰ ডিউটি এৰি পেলাই হেতু হাই স্কুলত ডিউটি কৰে এটো পয়সাৰ বিনিময় যেটো বহু দিনৰ পৰা আহা নাই প্ৰধান শিক্ষক আজি 2 বছৰ মান হল নে তাৰ ৰিপ্ৰেজেন্টেটিভ এটা আছে এটো হেডমাষ্টাৰ বুলি কয় আৰু ইয়াৰ ফোর্থ যেটো আছে হিও হেডমাষ্টাৰ এসিস্ট্যান্ট বুলি কয় কথাটো এনেকা চলি আছে
No utensils were seen for any midday meal for students. Only the presence of journalists allowed some biscuits to surface. Close to ₹1,000 are charged from these students on a monthly basis, especially those of standard 9 and 10 who take private tuitions in the school's premises. The local residents are aware of such anomalies going on out here, but there is fear of speaking out anything due to worries about their children's future. Political favor too might be there behind that restraints the local from raising their voices against the gross malpractices. Where it is not only the central government keen to change the national education policy by 2030, the Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma too, is making all-out efforts to change the education scenario of the state. What steps he takes against the headmaster of Chamala Nayagram ME Madrasa School would be a thing to watch out for. The Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids in connection with the Delhi excise policy case in Delhi and multiple cities in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Telangana and Maharashtra, sources told ANI. Earlier, two enforcement agencies had conducted searches on Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia's official residence at several places in connection with alleged corruption in the implementation of Delhi's excise policy. The Aam Aadmi Party had been maintaining that the allegations of corruption levelled against them were politically motivated. A rapid expansion and makeover of the Indian road network has ensured that India is steadily on track to reach standards at par with the best in the world. Under the central government's Brahmatala project, India has been vigorously building a solid network of roads, highways and expressways. India also has an aim to build at least 26 green expressways by 2025. More than 60% of Indian cargo movement is through the road and highway system.
We can reduce the logistical cost up to 10 to 12%. This saving of 4 to 6% means we will be more competitive in international market, by which we are going to increase our exports. And at the same time, by reducing this cost, we are also going to increase our growth rate. The government is dedicatedly working towards the development of a national highway network of 2 lakh kilometer length by 2025. It's a big thing.
ये बहुत ठीक ठाक रोड बनी है हमारे PMGSY वालों का मैं शुक्रगुजार हूँ। तो ये बहुत बैकवर्ड एरिया था, इसमें कोई रोड वगैरह नहीं थी, तो अब ठीक है, हमारी जो परेशानियाँ हैं ये
The Meghalaya Trinamool Congress held its block-level meeting in Kamgre of the West Garo Hills today. Admonishing the MDA government's alleged lack of concern for women, Meghalaya TMC's MLAs in it, Sangma stated that Dr. Mukul Sangma used to provide Rs 5,000 as an allowance to every woman to support their family, but Chief Minister Konrad Sangma insensibly ended this scheme.
Election matchota zaman, Konrad Sangma Chief Minister omani rang puljo, dangarang po, blok yan chini, rang plimna, ya scheme ko gal chupi donjok, mandi rangna kangal churi rangna, grapli am kaparang donga changa chingchi rebai, ayaw sar naba scheme ko de gemak na de ketna manjawa, changa de scheme ko ba manjawa, changa de alam mala kangal churi, changa de sabade randina. Sabade siapa dongdana gali kapcokna anggaparang, mai kuai nismude, ngade misu badingi cawa, misu palnamang, ajar kita mamang onoba, jamsakan yang begen, ngade skim kubanang jawa, sabara wak bisa rai jenana.
In the Assembly, numerous inquiries about the money of the JICA and the World Bank, which was subjected to misuse by the government, are still unanswered, he said. Now, before the election, the MDA government is putting up a sham by giving the same money as the Focus scheme, which is providing every household with Rs 5,000, he alleged. Remember, the money is not from the NPP, but from the central government. It is the taxpayers' money and not the NPP's, the legislator said. Criticizing the MDA government abandoning various schemes midway, he commented that during his term, Dr. Mukul had initiated a scheme, Chief Minister's Social Assistance Program, which was not funded by the central government, but the erstwhile state government itself. The MDA government has abandoned the scheme, he said. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on September 6 said that India and Bangladesh have decided to extend cooperation in various sectors including IT, space and nuclear energy, which are of interest to the younger generation. The annual boat racing event, Hekro Hidongpa, was held at the Sri Bijoy Govindaji at Sakol Band in Imphal West. Hekro Hidongpa is a traditional boat racing ceremony in a small lake. Manipur Governor La Ganeshan along with titular monarch Le Shenpa Sana Jauba also attended the event. Titular monarch and Rajya Sabha member of Parliament Le Shenpa Sangjaupa said Hekro Hidongpa or Manipuri Boat Racing Festival is a social-religious ceremony performed every year at the Muat of the Sangol Pand Bijoy Govinda Likhe, Imphal on the 11th day of the meteor calendar month Langpan, coinciding with September with elements of religious custom and other traditional belief of creation.
Actually, it was started in the year 984 AD during the reign of Maharaj Ireng. And from Maharaj Ireng to Maharaj Boramba, this festival was at its full, in its full present, this festival was performed. But due to some factor, around 200-300 years, this festival was stopped. After coming of the Maharaj Chandra, this festival was reorganized with his uncle Opo Lady Komba, mixing with our traditional indigenous faiths with our newly come our Hinduism. Okay. This is one of the very finest festival in Manipur. And performing of this festival, we believe that by performing this festival, peace, development, prosperity will come into it. That's the main agenda of the festival.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, according to
Various organizations of Sikkim representing various political parties of Sikkim today warmly welcomed the son of Sikkim, Badmashri Baichung Bhutia, Indian football icon. In the aftermath of the recent All India Football Federation elections, Sikkim has united against what is being seen as undemocratic and brute political manipulation and pressure.
Is shown to the entire people of the country that Sikkim people, despite whatever the result, I think come united, just not Sikkim but entire Northeast. And we can see that there are a lot of people trying to represent us, showing that they are the leader for the Northeast. But now I think it's clearly seen that taking our name, representing Northeast, I think that you can see the interest is just for themselves and their political, benefits. So I don't see really now some political leaders or some business people from the Northeast trying to represent us when you actually don't. So I think it's time for people of Northeast and Sikkim to get the right, select the right people so that, the northeastern or your state comes first. So I think which is very, very unfortunate that people trying to portray as a northeastern, trying to see the leaders of northeast, but when they reach there, I think it looks like it's only self-benefit and nothing else.
The long chase is finally over, with India's biggest car thief, Anil Chauhan, who has a record of stealing nearly 5,000 cars from across the country over the last 24 years, was arrested by Delhi police recently. 52-year-old Anil Chauhan, who is a kingpin of a 30-member pan-India auto theft gang involved in auto lifting mainly in the capital, is also accused of smuggling narcotics, arms and rhinoceros horns from Assam. The police said they had received secret information regarding the arrival of the accused as part of an initiative in the district to curb arms smuggling. A team then apprehended him based on the information. They then recovered a stolen motorcycle, an illegal country-made pistol and 2 live cartridges from him, with other 5 country-made pistols and cartridges and a stolen car being recovered on his instance. Kingpin Anil Chauhan was a Class 1 contractor with the Assam government before he took a plunge into the world of crime. He is a resident of Tezpur in Assam and has 3 wives and 7 children who live separately. Chauhan would stay in the city Kanpur extension when he came to the city to steal cars, the police also said. Delhi police said Chauhan owned a ₹10 crore house and several other plots in his hometown, which were raided by the Enforcement Directorate. All his properties were seized and auctioned. Chauhan was arrested by Assam police on several occasions and even given a 5-year sentence in a criminal case in the capital's Nizamuddin area. Kingpin Chauhan led a luxurious life with branded clothes and expensive accessories and traveled in luxury cars in order to dodge any suspicion. That's all we have for now. Keep watching HornbillTV.